Hello, hello, hello. Let me see who is there. Okay, I can see. I can see Augustine Hayford, Sir Augustine Hayford, Boss Lady Laura, Boss Lady Laura, Dr. KOA, Boss Evans, Mama Oji, Ojige the second. I can see you. We have a Queen Mother amidst us. Boss Lady Paulina, I can see you. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for the technical problems that we encountered. You are welcome to this evening's training. This is mainly for people who are doing business with us. So it's not for strangers. So this is home talk for those doing the business. That is why we are here. And this is the first time. So lots of people may not be aware. So go back to your pages, invite them, let them come and listen to what we have this evening so that it would help them in their own businesses, especially your team members. When you are able to bring them on board, it helps them to grow on their own. So this is a great opportunity of learning once again. Go back to the pages, invite more people so that we can learn something. I'm also here to learn, as you are also here to learn. The more you do the teaching, the more you learn on lot of things that is being taught. I can see Dr. Dorothy here, Dr. Fadel is also here. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. Just 2 minutes. Invite more people. Let them come and join us so that we learn. We just have, it won't be more than 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, we are done. We are done. So if they are not here, they may miss most of the things. So welcome to this evening's training. This is the first time we are trying this for the team to get training on various topics. So you are welcome to this evening's training. And today's topic, I'm sure you saw it, is the entrepreneurial mentality, or you can say what, the mindset of an entrepreneur, depending on whatever topic you decide to change it to. It is just to help us understand the journey that we are embarking on. You are all welcome to this evening's training once again. Thank you for showing up. The more you show up, the more you learn, the more you become better at whatever you are doing. So before I start, let me try and load my file. So whilst I'm trying to load my file, don't forget to invite someone. Don't forget to invite someone. If you show up alone, you will learn. But if you show up with your team, you will earn. So as much as possible, try and learn with your team. Can you see the slide? If you can see the slide, just type Y so that I'll know whether, okay, wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we hear the term entrepreneur, whether entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial, they are all talking about the same thing. It's just that the difference is whether it's a noun or it's an adjective, depending on the sentence in which you are using it. So entrepreneurship mentality or entrepreneurial mentality is the same thing. And my question to you this evening is, this is self introspection. It's not, you are not answering to anybody. My question is, are you really an entrepreneur? Most of the time we use words that we are not very sure of. Just a little minute. I think the lights at my back is really reflecting. Let me put it off. Okay, I think it's better now. Now my face is showing. Okay, so when we hear terms or words, at times we get confused with the normal usage in everyday life. We don't really look at the meaning, how it's defined in the dictionary, and what it really means. At times we hear it in context of how it was used, but we don't really know the meaning. And this is what I want us to look at this evening before we move ahead. Because if we have the wrong definitions of things, we will always apply it wrongly. Let's say, for instance, the first time any of us saw a knife, maybe, God forbid, but it was used to maybe um, try to take someone's eye off. So how we define it will be an instrument that we use in removing the eye. But we wouldn't know that probably this same knife can be used to peel orange for you to take, just because that is the first time we've actually seen the instrument being used. So we will term it as what? An instrument used in removing someone's eye. And that may be the only context we would have it, and we'll carry it along. The same way, the word entrepreneur, we might have been hearing it, but we haven't gone to study what it actually means. So understanding words are very important. It helps us to actually walk in it in the right way. So this evening, let's look at what entrepreneur or entrepreneurship is. Virtually, as I said in the beginning, they are talking about the same thing. Let me see. My slide is not moving. Okay, it has moved now. So who is an entrepreneur? This is the dictionary definition. It said what? One who organizes, manages, assumes the risk of a business or enterprise. The person what? Organizes, manages, assumes the risk of a business or an enterprise. The fact that they said entrepreneurship, some people think buying and selling means you are an entrepreneur. No, that doesn't really talks about it. Entrepreneurship is more than that. It is bigger than that. It is larger than that. It is more, it has vision that is supposed to surpass our generation. When you look at the word entrepreneurship or entrepreneur, it was used in the 16th century. It was used for the first time. It has been that people were doing things that looked like entrepreneurship, but when it was used, It was in the 1752. That was the first time it was used. And if you look at how it came about, it came from people deciding to have enterprise. And when you look at enterprise, it talks about taking risk. When you look at the definition, it has multiple definitions of entrepreneur, but it's the vital thing you will see there is that they all have some form of risk in doing it. It doesn't matter the size of it. So it means that when you decide to become an entrepreneur, you are actually embarking on a journey of risk. It's a journey that you can't have it in one way. It has its own up and downs. This is one important thing that we need to bear in mind, that this journey of entrepreneurship, it is not smooth. It has its joys, it has its sadness, it is up and down, but that is what makes it beautiful. That's what makes the beauty of entrepreneurship come out. Before I go on to the different ways that you can actually develop your mindset so that people you'll be recognized as entrepreneurship, please, this next few slides I'm going to bring up, I would like you to actually take a picture of it. This is one thing that every entrepreneur should know about. There's something we called the entrepreneur's creed. Just like my pledge, this thing, our anthem, they are all mindsets that are supposed to be created in the individual. There's something we call entrepreneur's creed. The entrepreneur's creed. It is something that you are supposed to be reciting on daily basis. And when you look at the creed, these are the integral parts. It's formed, the main pillars of it is in these three things that you can see on the slide. So it can be summarized that what? My product is great. It means that whatever you want, you decided to use as a means of value creation to the world, the product you have, you would have to know that what? It is great. When you see the beauty and the greatness of it, that is what makes it easy for you to communicate to others so that they actually see the beauty in what you are doing. And the second one is that what? You have a sound vision. It means that whatever vision you have for your enterprise, it is complete. It has something that draws you and will draw others to you. So the vision you have of your enterprise or your entrepreneurship journey is sound and complete. Then the next one is that an entrepreneur, you can't be a one-man show and say call yourself an entrepreneur. That's solopreneur. An entrepreneur means that you work with people, and the people you work with, if you don't see their abilities and capabilities and know that the journey you are embarking on, you are supposed to work together, you will always fall on the way. So these are the three things or statements that can be seen in the creed. We'll look at the creed, and please just take a screenshot because it is something you constantly have to be reciting. That is what will change your mindset. So this is what I want you to. This is the first one. I said what? It is my right to be uncommon. Every entrepreneur is uncommon. I seek opportunity, not security. The journey of entrepreneurship, as I said before, is up and down. We want to, entrepreneur moves out of their comfort zone. And this is what we are embarking on. I do not wish to be a kept citizen. The kept citizens are people who are always looking up to the government, every government to do this for me, do that for me, and they don't want to do anything on their own. Entrepreneurs look for problems to solve. They don't want to be kept. If they see a problem, they actually go out to try and solve it. And through the solving on it, that is where they see the value returning to them in form of whatever they are expecting. I want to take calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. These are words that are opening our minds that it doesn't matter what comes our way, we will still embark on the journey we set ourselves to until we achieve what we. I refuse to barter incentive for doll. So it's like you are not this, you are deciding that you won't sell your future with the small money that is being given. That is not what, it's not really the money that will be motivating you to take the entrepreneurial journey. It is more than that. And when you see there's more to life than that cash, you will see the beauty in the life that you are leading. And later the money will come in drones and you won't even expect it because it goes beyond your imagination. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence. So we embrace, it's like we are seeing the fire, but we are still going. And that is what an entrepreneur does. The thrill of fulfillment to stir the calm of utopia. Utopia is like an imaginative heaven, kind of. So where there's no trouble. So the journey we are embarking on as entrepreneur, it's what gives us fulfillment than even when we arrive at our destination. So when you are going through the difficulties and challenges of this journey and you are not enjoying it and learning your lesson to it, you arrive at your destination, then you wonder, is this all it is? That is not the beauty. The beauty is overcoming or participating on your journey as you go forward. Then this is the continuation. It said what? I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for handout. So he said what? No matter what it is, when you become an entrepreneur, you are not limited in some ways, because if you are doing your job, someone's job, the person tells you what to, when to eat, what time to eat. Entrepreneur, yes, you still have to work within some time, but you decide, because you know what you are pursuing. Involving your time is not restricting like when you are working for someone, because that one, the dream is not really there. It's someone's dream, so you won't be so happy to it than when you are doing something to fulfill your own dream. I will never cower before a master nor bend to any threat. So an entrepreneur, you are your own master, or your calendar. We say that in network, when we say our calendars are our masters, it's not any human being. You drew your calendar, but still it becomes your master. This one said it's not anybody who is choosing the thing for you. You are deciding to do it. It is my inheritance to stand erect, proud, unafraid. Yes, I've spoken about this several times. So inheritance, it is your inheritance actually. Then to think and to ask for myself, to enjoy the benefit of my creation, and to face the world boldly and say this: with God's help, I have done it. At the end of it all, when we fulfill our dreams, then we say that yes, it is the goodness of God that has led through. Because when life has challenges and we are able to see through, and go through it. That is where we even see the beauty and greatness of God. The entrepreneurial journey, it gets to some time, you realize that it is not your strength or your might that keeps you through. It's only by the grace of God. And at the end of it all, when you arrive, you will even reverence God more than before, because whatever dream you might have fulfilled it, and you would realize that when everything was dark, it was only the grace of God that took you through till you got to where you are. So this is what I want you to be reciting to yourself, and anytime you say it, it brings meaning. It makes you grow better in the journey that you've chosen. So now, let's come to the main reason of being here. So this is what I want you to have in mind. So the mindset that drives entrepreneurial success. Remember, I said the mentality. If your mind is right, your work will also be right. And these are things that we need to constantly remind ourselves about. And these are this thing, personal tenets we have to live for. If we don't have these characteristics, it is important that we try as much as possible to develop it. It is something that we should never joke about. So the first thing you have to know, ask yourself, are you self-driven? For instance, this evening's training call was shared last night. Numerous people saw it. We were sharing it throughout the day too. It is time. Were you called here, reminded, or you came by yourself? If you came by yourself because you saw the training, or you put what's the name? You put it on your alarm and you came here. You are self-driven. You are not being driven by anybody. This is one mark of a character you see in entrepreneurs. When they are doing something, they do it from their own volition, because they know that the after effect will give them some fulfillment. So I want you to ask yourself, are you self-driven in whatever you are doing in this business? This journey that you are embarking on, are you doing it from your own will? Is your mentor chasing you before you do it? Are you actually deciding that it is your responsibility to actually do some of the things? When your answer is that yes, I'm self-driven, it's a mark that what you are actually becoming, or you are an entrepreneur. Yes, we are all becoming. Then the next one is flexibility. The world is not straight. There are things that at times, as we go on the entrepreneurial journey, you may have to adapt to some things. Yes, your goal is straightforward. You know where you are going. But at times, if it's one road, there may be obstacle there. Even if there are obstacle, as an entrepreneur, you would have to find a way around the obstacle. That is what an entrepreneur does. We know that, for instance, this training, maybe you are at work, you can't join, but you won't be at work the whole 24 hours or even the whole week. Even if it's the whole week, next week you come back. What you can do is that it's recorded, so you can go to the channel and watch it anytime. It is a form of flexibility. An entrepreneur is that flexible, ready to adapt, ready to bend as much as possible so that their goals will be fulfilled. Then the next one is creativity. You know, this business, it's a business that The number, the people I know, you may also know them. And we are all prospecting. There are times prospects may have about 3, 4 people talking to them, but the prospect will decide to go with one person. At times we have to ask ourselves, if it happens to us, what caused it? It could be that this person, the person signed up with, it was because the person was actually using of a method of, let me see, I don't know what's happening. A method of teaching, reaching out to him or her. What is happening? And because of that method of reaching to him or her, this prospect will decide that I want to go with this person, because the person might have used something that is appealing to this prospect. So if we are not creative in our way, we will realize that we send messages to people and they don't respond. They become bored. You can't be saying, when will you sign up? And it's only time of what is it called? Presentation, then we share on broadcast. We don't reach out to them. We would have to find innovative ways of reaching out to them, and creativity comes in that light. Then the next one is authenticity. Authenticity is very important. We are all unique in our beautiful ways. Wherever we are, as an entrepreneur, yourself would have to show in how you do your business as much as possible. If right now the characteristics you want to be, you are not getting it, you would have to learn it. And it doesn't matter which level you are in, show yourself up. Because do you know what happened? As you grow, the people who were watching you from the beginning will see the changes that you are exhibiting, and gradually they will realize that something is happening, and that one alone is appealing enough. Authenticity is very important. Be authentic in your way. Speak your English no matter how it is. As you make the mistakes in the English or whatever language you are using, you realize that when it's becoming better, those who are watching you, they will see that, the tenses are now gelling. It's like they are having it, they are making sense now. They will see the growth. Authenticity is very important. Let's be authentic in things that we do, where we come from. Let people see it. That one appeals. You will appeal to a particular group of people. This is an important thing that we have to bear in mind. Then the next one is tenacity. Entrepreneurs are very tenacious. No matter the storm, they will still hold. If you are an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter how many times you fall. The most important thing is how many times you can get up. Troubles of life will come and hit us. It is only this tenacity that will keep us standing. And you'll be surprised. This is endearing to people. Be tenacious in whatever you are do. Be strong. Yes, boss lady Laura. Authentic. Be real. Yes, be real as much as possible. Show your background. Let people know where you are actually coming from. And as you grow, you realize that. Thank you, boss lady Laura. Yes, tenacious. There are some people that you see that they've gone through troubles. It's only the tenacity that makes them stand firm. And the more you do that, the more it draws some group of people towards you. And this one, if you go and it's like something small, you buckle, that is the type of people you draw to yourself. But if you go and people see you are struggling, but you're still holding on, nothing is pulling you down, those are the people who be drawn to you. by all means, they too naturally, through their journey, they will meet difficulties. But when they remember what you went through and still standing, they will still stand in those times. Those who give up early, they are people that are draw people who will give up early on them. I tell people, in this business, there's no dull moment. If you don't have business drooping, it means that you haven't learned something that you need. So that is the time you would have to learn, because when business come flooding in, that is not the time you will learn. The time that there's nothing coming in, you don't have any team member, or you have one or two team members, that is time you should be seriously learning. Then when you have 100,000 people, 50,000 people, 1,000 people, you won't have time to now be opening books and searching online looking for things. It will be difficult. That time is when the flood of knowledge you've accumulated over the years will now come towards you. So this is very important. When you are tenacious, you won't give up easily, and you will keep learning what you would have to learn. Then the next one is what? Operation mindset. You would have to be able to, it's just like flexibility, a little like flexibility, but this is more mindset. No matter what comes, every situation you are put, you would be able to adjust easily, because your mindset is to equip yourself no matter what comes your way. So operation mindset is very important in situations. When situations come, how do you manage it even if you are not prepared? That is operation mindset. It will help you maneuver things and difficulty on your journey. If you are ready as such, you would have to devise those mindsets to be able to go through such difficulties. Then what? Embracing risk. I told you this is one of the most important characteristics that entrepreneurs have, because it is something you should know before you should even start the journey, that this journey is full of risk. So far as you started the journey of entrepreneurship, you would have to know that it is full of risk. You would have to be looking at the risk as you go on and embrace it, because it is true that you actually benefit more. Those who don't take the risk never see the glory. So you would have to. Then the next one is that what? It's a lifelong learning journey. As an entrepreneur, every entrepreneur is always reading. Every new knowledge, you have to get it, because right now the world is changing so fast. The knowledge we have 6 months ago is no longer like that. AI has even worsened it now. So as much as possible, we would have to constantly learn. You don't say that you have arrived, so you stop learning. Learning is a continuous journey. A life of an entrepreneur is a continuous learning journey. Then goal oriented, that's another characteristic. Every entrepreneur is goal oriented. You would have to be focused on your goal. Yes, we have short-term goals, we have long-term goals. No matter what it is, we shouldn't be taking off course. We would have to set our goals, weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. It's very important. So it is the goal that keeps driving us, motivating us to keep going forward. As an entrepreneur, this will guarantee your success, and it's a characteristic that we would have to develop. I'll say resilience and tenacity are virtually the same thing. They are in the same class, even though there are little differences in their definitions. If you are tenacious, your resilience too is the same. So as much as possible, these characteristics, we would have to imbibe it in us. It should be part of every cell in our body, our DNAs. that as we go out, it exudes from us. Even without us talking, people will see these characteristics in us. When we start exhibiting that, it shows that the entrepreneur is coming forth out of us. We are we are growing into the entrepreneurship, and we can boldly say that we are entrepreneurs. This is just a little I have for you this evening. Thank you for joining this evening, and I've crossed a little. I've crossed the time a little, but I hope you had something nice from it. If there's any question, we can put it in the chat, so that if there's any question, if there's nothing, then I'll be ending it right now. If there's any question, this is the little I have for everyone. Thank you, Boss Lady Fulera. Thank you, Boss Lady Laura. Thank you, Boss Lady Adiza. Thank you all for being on the call. Okay, so if there's no question for now, thank you, Light Production. Thank you, Boss Evans. Thank you, Boss Augustine. Thank you all for being present. Thank you, Boss Samuel Osei. Thank you for being present. Doc, thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so if there's no question, then we'll end the call this evening. And tomorrow at the same time, another power packed one is coming. As we said, every day at 7 p.m. As much as, unless the time is changed when it's being announced, we are here every weekday. So hope to see you here. Make sure you inform all team members, bring them here, let them us learn together and grow together. A family that learns together grows together. Have a lovely evening, morning, wherever you are, and anytime you come and watch it. Thank you for watching. Hoping to see you more. God bless you. Enjoy your journey with all joy. Bye bye.